Tonight, the Siouxland Humane Society is asking for your help. Their kennels are full. With the holiday season comes an increase in surrenders, and right now the Humane Society is out of open spaces. To help promote adopting and not shopping, the Humane Society has waived the adoption fees this weekend.
Any dog that's 6 months and above, the adoption fee is waived. However, they still have to fill out the adoption questionnaire, and their adoption has to be qualified.
Erie also wants to stress that pets are not presents, especially for people who may not want a pet or haven't done the proper research.
What happens then is if that person does not want that pet, then it's returned back to the shelter. So we can't express enough, please do not give pets away as presents at Christmas time. It's just not fair to the pet, and it's not fair to the person.
If you're interested in helping the Humane Society during its time of need, Erie says to always remember you can adopt, you can donate, or you can even volunteer.